Thank you, Austin. Representing the highest cumulative weighted grade point average for the class of 2011. Laws these days don't allow us to tell you publicly what it is. Just take my word for it. It's ridiculously high. Well done. Many of us, we'd have to add ours together to get to yours. But representing the class of 2011, our valedictorian, Miss Sarah Galloway.
Into the mic. Welcome family, friends, administration, teachers, and of course, senior class of 2011. I'm giving this speech in memory of my grandmother Fran, who graduated valedictorian in 1945. I love you, Grandma. I'm honored to be standing here today representing my senior class here at the Academy. Can you believe we are finally here? I still remember my first day of school. My mom and dad, they walked me to the bus stop and helped me to get on the bus. They then took a picture of me sitting in my little seat, crying, got off the bus, and started the walk home. Little did they know, I ran off the bus and sprinted down the street after them, and I absolutely did not want to go, but I had to, and I cried the whole way there. Now, here I am, 13 years later, crying again, because I love you and I'm going to miss you all so much. As I look over my class, I can't help but think of some of my favorite memories. Like the time Beth fell at the Pie in the Eye Assembly, and that's two Beth, yes, 2 times it's been mentioned. And honestly, I don't think I've seen Austin laugh so hard. It was ridiculous. Or the time Sydney danced with the mascot, and apparently she did not give Miss Donkin a hug, and that was very upsetting to her. Or the time Miss Miller's government class played Truth or Dare. I believe coffee grounds, a tissue, and a spoonful of creamer was eaten that day, and let me just tell you, I ate the tissue. There are hundreds of other funny memories that I can talk about, but my grandmothers are sitting over there, so we're going to have to save those for another time. Feel the fear and do it anyway. That has been my motto throughout my life. Every time I would talk to my parents about doing something new, like running track for Horizon High School, and how afraid I was to go to a huge school where I didn't know anyone and compete at a 5A level, my parents would say, "It's okay to be scared. Everyone is scared. Most people run in the opposite direction when facing their fears, but instead, face the fear head on, and it will turn out okay." So to the senior class, I say, go ahead and feel the fear. It's okay. Everyone feels scared, but don't let it control you or allow fear to determine your choices. Instead, embrace it and move forward. Eventually, the feelings of fear will be replaced by feelings of accomplishment. And I hate to say it, but my parents were 100% right. I hung on to this philosophy all through my school years, trying things like college calculus, dancing at assemblies, and doing a beautiful impression of the Blues Brothers with my friend Virginia over there. And I was definitely filled with fear every time I would think of my goal of being valedictorian and having to give this speech. And let me just tell you, I am definitely feeling the fear right now. But I'm doing it anyways, right? And I'm just now thinking I probably should have taken a speech class, but whatever, it's too late. I have seen my fellow classmates feel the fear, and I'd like to give them some recognition. For example, a bunch of our senior boys decided to join the football team for the first time this year, which is definitely scary. Mark Taylor, I don't know where he is, oh, right there. He ran in a 90-yard touchdown, most epic thing I've ever seen in my life. And then Mitchell Becker, there he is. He did an amazing touchdown in the last few seconds of the football game. It was awesome. Way to go, guys. And Patrick Frerick, he inspires me every day. And he emceed an assembly in front of the whole school, having never done that before. Patrick, you are so awesome. Don't ever change. I really, really look up to you. I hope that as we all step into our futures, we remember to feel the fear, but do it anyways. I guess I need to do something a little more serious today, and I've thought about it long and hard. For all seniors graduating this year, not just my class, my call to action is, get involved in your government. Our country has seen some very trying times in the last 10 years. Terrorism has exploded onto the forefront of our nation. We came frighteningly close to another Great Depression. Our generation has never experienced hardship like our great-grandparents had to, faced with world wars and the Depression. If yours are anything like mine, you have heard the stories. It is our duty as the next generation to ensure our country's future. So we cannot sit on the sidelines and be uninvolved. Ask that every senior takes the time to register, to vote, and become knowledgeable about the issues. It is imperative that we value our rights, but also recognize that those rights require us to take the time to understand what we're voting for and show up at the polls. It is up to us to change the direction of this country.
Woo! Yeah!
The baton will be handed down, so let's be responsible and thoughtful with this duty. A great example of getting involved in our country is our fellow classmates who are joining the military. Can we give them a round of applause?
Yeah! Woo! Yeah!
Thank you so much for your patriotism and dedication. I hope our time at the Academy will always live in our hearts. In closing, I would like to thank the teachers and the administration for all their passion and hard work. They care not only about our education, but they also took interest in our personal goals and helped us to achieve them. I would like to thank my parents who put up with my moody preteen years, but they always supported me in everything I did. My grandparents who might have spoiled me a little bit, but they also taught me to get back on that horse after I got bucked off. And my nan over there who listened to me say the speech probably 50 times, but she did it with a smile. My friends who accept me for who I am, even though I embarrass them sometimes. And finally, my sister who put up with all my rants and raves, but she does it with a smile most of the time. And of course, I'd like to thank my senior class. It has definitely been a crazy ride, but I wouldn't want to do this with anyone else. And I think that we should do the Wildcat cheer one last time. And lovely Virginia Craig over here is going to start it off. So she's going to start the clap thing. So go. We are the Wildcats. We're from the Academy.
Bad, bad, super bad.
We are the Wildcats. We're from the Academy.
Bad, bad, super bad.
We are the Wildcats. We're from the Academy. That makes us bad, bad, super bad, and teach to check us out.
All right! Woo!
Peace out.
Good job.